guys? We're back working on the YZ Supermoto, and today we're going to be rebuilding this KYB shock, and I'm going to go a little bit crazy on it. We're going to be doing some Cerakoting and powder coating on this. I'm always trying something new over here in the Full Throttle Film shop, so we're going to be Cerakoting the shock body and some of the components, and I'm actually going to powder coat the spring. So from the intro, you guys might have seen what colors I'm going to be using. I got my Maxima shock oil, we got a Pivot Works shock rebuild kit, and I got my seal head setting tool from Retnik, along with this seal bullet from Tusk. And this is pretty insane, but the service manual says absolutely nothing about rebuilding the shock absorber. In fact, it tells you to just take it to a professional. But I don't know about all that. All right, last thing before we get back to work. Got some more parts for the build. Got a mud guard, because I want every piece of plastic to be brand new and replaced. Check this out, we got a key switch ignition, so people won't be able to steal this baby. Woohoo! Check it out, we got a forged clutch basket. I gotta take a closer look. Very cool. This kit comes with the new hardware, which I wasn't sure if it would, and it even comes with a little hex tool. Damn! Look at this baby. Forged clutch basket from Wiseco. So I'm gonna have to transfer the primary gear onto this basket, but like I said, it's got everything I need to do it. It's got instructions, so we'll be good to go. And this thing's got a nice anodized finish too, so that'll reduce friction and help with the wear. Really surprised how good this shock looks after I cleaned it up a bit, but that does not change my plans. We are still going to be doing some coatings. Promise you guys it's gonna look way sicker. We're gonna be doing something like this. So I will be coating the shock body, the rings, along with these spring guides, and then I'm gonna powder coat this spring. I really had the hardest time deciding what color I wanted to paint the shock body, but after a lot of thought, I'm gonna be painting it black. I think it's gonna work the best, and I'll have the accents in the blue titanium. I decided the black on the shock body is gonna work the best because this is the color we're going with for the shock spring. This is a flow yellow, and it's going to match the wheels for this Supermoto once I get them. Flow yellow spring, black shock body, blue accents. I feel like this is a love it or hate it color combination, but in the end, we're all gonna find out what it looks like. Okay, so I have removed the outer part of the compression adjuster, and inside there's this other part right here. And I looked everywhere online, but I couldn't find any good answers of how to remove this or if it can be removed. The only reason I want to remove it is because I'm going to be Cerakoting this whole shock body, and I need the bearings and everything out of it. So it does come out, and we're going to be using a set of pliers to grab a hold of the center part right here and wiggle it out, being careful not to mark it up. It's important not to mark up the outer ring, but where we grab here, it's not going to be a huge problem. If there's a little bit of scratches, we can smooth them out with some emery cloth. So there it is, it came right out. I already took a little bit of emery cloth and smoothed up the edges here, and it's gonna be no problem at all. So I gotta give a huge thanks to my new friend Javi over in Spain. He's an expert over there in suspension work, and especially with KYB suspension. So he told me how to remove that. So I'll put his Instagram right here. You guys can check out his page. He's doing a lot of suspension work and coatings like Cerakote. Now I get to pass the knowledge on to all of you guys. I just will say you want to be very careful when using the pliers that you don't scratch up this little piece too bad. So mine is okay, but yeah, you don't want to be scratching that thing up too much. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to Cerakote the shock body unless I got that out. But we're good to go now. Let's keep it rolling. Unfortunately, this bladder removal tool that I have does not work on this shock. It only works on my Honda Showas. I tried every way possible to remove this bladder without messing it up, and it's just not gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that my guys over at JAX Moto will have the right tool or whatever I need to do to get it out correctly, because I don't want to damage anything. So I'll be running this over later and taking care of that. But I'm going to go ahead and finish disassembling the shock shaft now. And I'm pretty sure that this top nut is from a PivotWorks kit, like the one I'm using. So it doesn't have any peen marks. It just has these locking tabs on there, so we should be able to break this loose no problem. We got two bearings to remove. This one should press straight out, and then this one I think has a clip inside that we're gonna have to remove first to take it out. So I was in a little bit of a rush and I didn't film it, but we got this bearing pressed out using a floor press, and now I got everything ready to go. I'm gonna be cleaning it all up using the Scotch-Brite, getting this all ready to be sandblasted. I just like to get as much crap off of it now so that it doesn't contaminate my media in the sandblaster as much. All of the smaller parts are ready to be sandblasted, and I'm actually using the old bladder to seal off the back side of this cap where I don't want it to be sandblasted or sprayed. And for the shock body, I'm gonna have to take some time and mark this all off using some high temperature tape. I have my first set of parts going through the gas out right now. Cerakote recommends 300 degrees for 1 hour. So while these parts bake out, I got some work to do on the shock spring. Got the shock right here, and I'll be using this paint remover. This stuff was pretty cheap. So I'm just gonna brush it onto the spring, and it should eat this paint off, and I should be able to just scrape it off. All done with the bake out. Let me show you guys what we're working with for the Cerakote colors. Gonna be using this blue titanium and graphite black. It's gonna be a killer combination. Damn, these parts look good. I'm definitely getting better at the Cerakote application. Parts have a more consistent finish this time. I really love this color, this blue titanium. It just looks so clean. So when we match this up with the black, it's gonna be sick. I had to find a way to rack this shock body, and what I ended up doing was taking some of this steel rod, and I just cut it up into pieces and bent them into the shape of hooks until I finally got it right. As you can see, these two hooks are working perfect, and then I just put a little safety wire on the other side there. So it's time to gas this part out, then we'll be shooting it black along with, ooh, I forgot to hang this in there too. And then I'll be starting the rebuild while I continue stripping the rear spring. And real quick, I got something very cool to show you guys. This is the new Lectron H series carburetor. and they hooked me up with a great deal on this, you guys. I'm very happy. So in the next video, we're gonna be installing this carburetor on the CR250 Supermoto. These parts came out insane, and now we just got to do the last thing, which is powder coat this shock spring. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this color, but there it is, and it's basically a bright lime neon green. So I'm going to rack this real quick, bake it out, powder coat it. And I think to make this as durable as possible, I'm going to be shooting 2 coats of the powder. Alright fam, I want you to go down in the comments and let me know what you guys think of these coatings and the colors. Hopefully you guys love it. If you hate it, too bad. It's sick. And again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this is going to be a 2-part video for the shock rebuild. We're already at over 20 minutes with this video, and I just thought it would be better to split it up into 2. Keep your guys' attention, and more importantly, it's my birthday in like 3 days, and I have this freaking Lectron carburetor that I still haven't put on my bike because I've been working on this YZ build, which is obviously #1 priority. But you guys, I want to ride, I want to test out this new carburetor, so I'm going to be doing that in the next video, and then we'll get right back to the final assembly of this shock. But come on, you guys, just look at this thing. Oh, man. With that being said, this is going to be an awesome week for the channel. I think we're going to be dropping 3 videos, including this one. So 2 more after this, installing the Lectron, and then finishing up the shock rebuild. And then I'll be dropping a full test and comparison between the Lectron carb and the old McCuney carb. One more thing to Pedro Otavio from Brazil. Thanks a lot for showing love to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you guys out there, all my subscribers. So you guys know what to do. Smash that like button for me. Comment, share this video. And if this was the first video you guys ever watched, make sure you're subscribed for more. Got tons of videos coming, and really this is just the beginning of my channel. So take it easy, guys.